Now, South Korea's fertility rate has continued to fall. According to Statistics Korea today, there were 27,000 births recorded in March, down near 10% on year, making it the lowest figure for March on record. To get more details, we have our business correspondent, Kim Hyesung, in the studio for us tonight. Hyesung, it's a pleasure to have you here in the studio. Now, let's get straight to it. How serious is this low birth rate issue at the moment?
Right, Aram. The number of births in Korea has been falling on year every month since December 2015. So total fertility rate is the number of children a woman can have during her lifetime. So low birth rate is a phenomenon seen in many advanced countries around the world, but Korea has seen that happen very rapidly. For the first quarter of this year, the total fertility rate was at 1.01, down from 1.07 in the first quarter of the previous year. For 2018, Korea's total fertility rate recorded 0.98, falling below 1. The rate has been falling since the 1970s when it was at 4.5. It dropped below 3 in the mid-1970s, then below 2 in the mid-1980s. Korea has the lowest fertility rate out of 35 countries in the OECD. In fact, it is the only country with a rate below 1. Demographers have said a country's fertility rate needs to be at least 2.1 for its population to be stable, so for Korea's population to remain at around 50 million. According to National Assembly data, at a rate of 1.2, South Korea could face natural extinction by 2750. With the rate currently at just 1, the so-called natural extinction could happen earlier than 2750.
Now, natural extinction, that is a very scary word to hear, and I see how rapidly the Korean population is falling at the moment. Now, what are the exact socio-economic implications of this issue?
More than anything else, it could drive down Korea's economic growth, potential economic growth, because economy is measured by labor, capital, and technology. But then in this case, falling birth rate means a shrinking working population, those aged between 15 and 64, which is currently at around 37 million people. But on top of the falling fertility rate, Korea has an increasing aging population. Korea already became an aged society in 2017, with those over the age of 65 accounting for more than 14% of the total population. Economic growth depends on capital, labor, and technology, as I mentioned. With the working population falling, it basically means lower consumption. Production from companies will drop, investment falls, unemployment goes up, and saving falls, leading to lower public tax revenue. This whole cycle drives down the potential economic growth rate, weighing on the Korean economy, which already faces slower growth. The burden on young people to support the elderly also goes up. The number of elderly that needs to be supported per 100 people of working age in Korea would increase past 100 in 2067, a faster rate than any other OECD country.
On top of creating a pension shortfall problem, the government's higher social welfare spending for the elderly could also lead to a fiscal deficit like some southern European countries. That would in turn worsen the foreign trade balance, affect the value of Korean won, and even the financial and fiscal system.
Now, I see. And this low birth rate is not a new issue. I mean, we've been covering it in our newscasts often as well. What have been some of the government measures to handle this, or are there any recommendations of what the government can do?
In fact, the government has already spent $130 billion over the past 13 years to tackle this low fertility rate problem. But then that would be around $56,000 per child. That's pretty big, Aram. And the government has used it to provide more daycare centers, support child rearing costs, and provide new housing assistance for newlyweds. There are debates about whether it was useful or not, but to find the right, most effective measure, you need to find the real cause of the low birth rates. Have a listen to an expert I talked to.
Though minimal, data show government measures did help increase childbirth among married couples. The problem is the number of marriages itself is falling. Young people are postponing marriage or opting to stay single, mainly due to financial instability. To help slow the speed of falling birth rates, there should be measures to improve the quality of life, labor reform, and helping young people find jobs earlier.
So rather than focusing on incentives for married couples, I think boosting productivity could be key, which, given that it won't be easy to raise the fertility rate substantially in the near term. So for instance, European countries, they have this immigration policy to increase the number of working age population. In Japan, they're pushing for more female working population participation in their workforce. And another way would be technological innovation like increased automation.
AI and automation can recoup productivity losses from the fall in the working population and reduce the need for simple labor tasks. Also, investing abroad is important too. For instance, Japan, which has a low growth rate, earns $200 billion a year in profits from foreign investments and real estate investment to keep its foreign trade balance stable, finding growth engines abroad.
Right, I see. And some more well-rounded long-term measures are needed, as we can see, and hopefully we can find a solution to this chronic social issue as soon as we can. Hyesung, thank you for coming in today. Excellent reporting, as always.
My pleasure.